Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a foundation routine, or let's say a base routine. So I'm going to do foundation, I'm going to do concealer, I'm going to do powder, blusher, contour, and yeah, that's it. Basically a base routine and what I use, because quite a few of you have requested this now. Thanks to Lisa, which is Spacey's #1 girl, for requesting this, and a few people requested it too when I asked what to do as videos, because I'm doing a giveaway at the moment. If you didn't know about my giveaway, then please go and have a look, and please subscribe to me and enter my giveaway. I asked for video ideas and some of you did put, can you do like an updated routine on your face makeup? So that is what I'm going to do. I basically just use the same all the time really, but I thought it'd be a good day today to do it, seeing as I've got a big massive spot here, right here, so I'm not going to be able to cover that, but I'll do my best. So my skin isn't always perfect, as you can see. I do get spots, but these kind of spots, it's not acne, it's a stress spot, because it's like a pea spot and very hard. I get them when I'm stressed, so I must be quite stressed at the moment. So yes, I'll get on with it anyway. Firstly, I start off with my base, and that's my Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer, and this is the one I like best. I have oily to combination skin, and it's mostly oily around my T-zone, so here, here, here. So you don't need loads of this. I've hardly used any, to be honest with you, so I do recommend it. I mainly use it just on my T-zone, and I've got big pores. I use about that much. I've got big pores and it does seem to help cover my pores. So I'll just put that on. It does stretch quite far actually, and I wouldn't say it's too silicone based. It does feel a little bit soft, so a little bit silicone based, but not as bad as some of the others you can get. So I don't know what it's like for dry skin, but for my oily skin it seems to be nice. So I don't know if you can see, it is covering my pores a little bit. The kids are in bed, so I'm trying to be quiet, but no doubt I'll wake them. I was going to film earlier on, but I have to wait until the kids are in bed, and now the lighting's gone really crap outside, so I'm a bit peed off with that, because it was lovely blue skies before. I put it on my Instagram, a picture, and said I hope to film today. Well, that went a bit out the window, but never mind. See, I've put that on now, and I hope you can see that that's slightly covered my pores. I do really like it, I do think it's really good. So that is that. Then I use different foundations. I always use the same foundation brush usually, and it's my buffing brush from Real Techniques. It's a really good sort of brush, this, and I either use L'Oreal Infallible, and this is the one I'm going to use today, because this is the one that I used last time and people said my skin looked lovely, but I either use that, or I use, if I want a more full coverage, I use Revlon Colour Stay, or I use this other Revlon Nearly Naked, which I love as well. But I've got a few more. I use different ones, but they are the three that I mostly go back to. So this has got a pump. It's quite dirty, sorry about that. So I usually do one pump and then just see if I need any more. So I'll just dab my brush in, and I usually start stippling on my nose straight away. Start from the middle and do my eyes. And I really love this Infallible by L'Oreal, and I'm in the colour 125 Natural Rose. So I'll start blending it now after I've stippled it a bit. And this is why I like putting a thingy in my hair to keep the hair out of my face. It kind of is a bug of mine, seeing people not that I mind what people do, but it makes me cringe a bit when I see people doing their foundation and they've got their hair down and they're just like holding it back, because I can't do that. Because I think, oh no, your hair's going to get in it. So yeah, I always put something in my hair just to hold it back. I'm just going to use a slight bit more, probably about another half pump. So only a little bit more, just to cover the whole of my face. And you can use whatever, your hands, as I said, I've done a video sort of on it before. You can use your hands, a brush, a flat foundation brush, a sponge, whatever works best for you. But I really do like this brush. So I make sure I try and get into the corners of my eyes as well, so everywhere is covered. And if you're having your hair back, I usually go onto my ears, so your ears don't look a different colour. And going down my neck, I just go up and down my neck like that to cover my neck. So that is my foundation done. And then I haven't usually got any spots to cover, but I am going to put some on that spot, and I'm going to use this W7 concealer, and this has got tea tree oil in it as well. This is light to medium, so the tea tree oil hopefully will help my spot. It's not going to cover it because it's one of them P-type spots, and I just pat it on rather than rubbing it all in. I put it on and then I just pat, because it covers it better. See, you can still see it, but there's nothing I can do about that. So that is that done. Then I will put concealer under my eyes, and I'll use what I used last time. I mix it up a bit with my concealers, but I'm going to use this by Maybelline, and this is the Instant Anti-Age Eye Eraser, the eraser. What colour? And it's in the colour Light. So you just twist it, and it's got a pad on the end of it like a sponge. And I will just put this under my eyes. I do like this, it's okay. I don't think it's very hygienic with the sponge, but hey ho, loads of people seem to like it, so it's nice to apply because it's got a sponge. Really comfortable to apply, but I don't think it's super hygienic. Sometimes my eyes are a bit pigmented too, in a different colour, so sometimes I just go over my eyes to make them the same colour. So that's that done, and then I'm just going to pat that in, just using my ring finger. I either use my ring finger or my middle finger, whatever. But I always pat it. If I'm looking off, I'm just looking into the mirror. So now that is done, I need to highlight underneath, and I always use this 17 one from Boots, and it's Stay Time 18 Hour. A lot of people use the collection one. I think this is a lot thinner. Not that I don't like the collection one, but when I've got fine lines under my eyes, I think this is a lot thinner. It's a lot more watery. It's not too watery, but it is a bit more watery, and this is the lightest one you can get. It's in Extra Fair, because as you see, I've already put my concealer on. This is mainly just to sort of maybe conceal and highlight more. So I do it in the V shape, which I've obviously learnt off YouTube, and everyone seems to do this technique now, so I like doing it like this. So just basically do dots. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to rub it in. Then I sometimes do just a little bit down my nose, just dip it again. And then just a little bit in the middle of my forehead to highlight that area, and my chin, although I don't want to put it on that spot because I don't want to highlight that spot. Then at the top and at the sides of my mouth. I don't always do this, but if I've got time I will. And sometimes I just do down here. So it's mainly for highlighting purposes. So it doesn't matter, you can do it as rough and as scruffy as you like, because you're going to be blending it in. So you can do that with your fingers or with a foundation brush, a flat foundation brush. I usually do my eyes with my fingers and then the rest with a brush. But I'm going to be going over it and setting it with powder anyway, so I hope you can see that's highlighted, that area. Thanks for entering my giveaway. I've had a lot of people enter my giveaway, which is really good. I'm just going to take my brush now and just go outwards and highlight inner part of my forehead. Yeah, so if you don't know about my giveaway, please go and have a look. It's an international one, so anywhere in the world can enter. And then I'll just highlight the sides there. So that is basically my highlighting done. So that's that. Then what do? I use my powder, and I've been using and loving this Pro Base one. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's a really nice neutral colour. It hasn't got a colour, if you like. So, you know, you can rub your finger around in it and there's not much of a colour there at all. So firstly I just use a fluffy brush just to swirl it round, and then I'll use that just to set and dab under my eyes, because that's a really delicate area underneath your eyes. So I don't always do this when I'm in a rush, but if I've got time like I have now, then this is what I try and do, because I don't want to drag the skin under my eyes. So once that is set, I usually use my Real Techniques sponge and I'll swirl that around in it as well. And then I'll just press that into the pores on my nose, because it seems to help with my pores, because I've got big pores. So it just, if I bounce it on my skin, then it just fills them in that bit better, I think. I'm going to press it into that spot as well. Try and get rid of that bugger. So I only do this really on my T-zone, just where I've got big pores. And then I will go on to a fluffy brush, so this one by Real Techniques, and this is the, the Dual Fibre face brush. So I just swirl that round, blow it off slightly, and then just go over the rest of my face and down my neck. And that is all I do for my base, so that's what it looks looks like without blusher and bronzer and stuff like that. But next I'm going to go on to bronzer. I don't always use bronzer, I sometimes just contour and go for blusher, but I'm going to put bronzer on. I'm going to use the Real Techniques retractable face brush, and then I'm going to use my HD Brows bronzer, which I really love. I'm going to swirl that around and then blow the excess off. And I just like to put bronzer anywhere, to be honest with you, on my cheeks and round onto the forehead. I like to do down my nose, my chin, and down my neck slightly. I don't put loads on, but just to add a little bit of colour. So that is that done. Then I will go on to contouring. Find the lid. Sorry this video is so long. Beauty UK, I use theirs for contouring, and it's the matte bronzer in number 2 dark, and I'll use the Real Techniques contour dual fibre brush. Just again swirl that round lightly, blow it off, suck in your cheeks a little bit. If you know where your contouring is, then that's fine. I usually suck my cheeks in slightly. And it's one thing that I do want to practice more this year is contouring and stuff like that. But I never get time with the kids, I never get time to play around with my makeup. But thanks for all your ideas on the giveaway. I have been reading through them and some people have put some really good ideas, so thank you for that. Or some people have put ideas that I have actually done already. And I'll take this round onto the top of my forehead, either side, which I've also learnt on YouTube, which is meant to make your forehead that bit smaller, because I think I've got quite a big forehead. I never contour my nose, ever, very rarely, because I've got a really thin nose anyway. And then just go underneath my chin, right on my jawline, round, and then I take my brush and go up and down the middle of my neck. And I didn't learn that on YouTube, going up and down my neck. I learnt it in a magazine, I think, when I was really young. It's meant to make your neck look longer, apparently. So anyway, I'll just contour a little bit more. Just make sure you blend it in lots and don't get your hair in it. But I do love this colour for contouring, it really suits my skin. Just don't, if you, I'm pale, but just don't add too much. So that is that done. Then I will go on to blush, and I've picked this one from Sleek, and this is in the colour Flushed. And then I will choose my Real Techniques blush brush and just put a little bit on, because the Sleek ones are quite strong. And then I'll put it on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm just going to pull it up slightly and out towards my ear. So up and out. And then do the other side. So it does look nice and flushed, that's a nice colour. So that is what I do, and the last thing I do is my highlighter. I've got a few highlighters, but I usually use the MAC Soft and Gentle because it's there on the top and that's the one I usually go for. So I am going to put this on, but I put it on with my fingers. A lot of people use a brush, but I think it applies better with your fingers. It does for me anyway, and I can seem to see it more. So I just look off into the mirror. I just put it on my two fingers, these two fingers, so you can see that. And then I just add it to my cheekbones and just rub it in. And I think this is what gives me my glow, and I do use this all year round. And people say your skin looks glowing, it's probably because of this, but I have got a few different highlighters. MUA do one, who else? Beauty UK, if you want cheaper ones, Topshop do ones. So I usually do my cheeks, put a slight bit down my nose, so my nose is a bit shiny like Rudolph. Put it on my Cupid's bow there, just to highlight that area. Then on my chin, making sure not to go over that spot. I don't usually have a spot there, but I have today. And just rub that in. I don't think this makes you look greasy. Some people think it makes you look greasy if you use too much highlighter, but I don't. Not if you've powdered and stuff like that. I just think it makes you look sun-kissed and glimmery and shimmery. So I put it either side like that, because that's where the sun would kind of shine, but I do like a lot on my cheeks. But make sure you rub it in. And that, my friends, is the finished look. That is my base, and that is everything I've used. So if I come closer, you'll see my terrible spot. But that's, I hope you can see my base foundation look. Sorry the lighting isn't very good, but it's gone dark outside now, yet again. Brr. But I hope you like that. Sorry it was such a long video, but when I chat and do my makeup, they are long, so... Anyway, I hope you like it. If you've got any questions, please ask down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. Please enter my giveaway. And yeah, that's all I can think of. All the links below. Please follow me too, because I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and there's my blog as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!